How's it going, everybody? We are here at Epcot and we are going to talk about some D23 predictions. Woo! Let's do it. Hey everyone, Dave K and Mike here, and we are going to talk about a lot of things, including predictions for D23. Woo. It's right around the corner.
It is.
And I want us to talk about it, start thinking about it. And I can tell you my thoughts, you can tell me your thoughts.
Okay.
For starters, if I'll get you started.
I'm ready.
I know a lot of people have thought about different things, and I feel like at one point you touched on this idea, but you may have changed your thoughts since then, but I like this idea, and so I'm going to continue to consider this as a viable option, and that is the potential for something to try to match, compete with Epic Universe, that new Universal park. I'm going for a new park. That's my fifth gate.
That is an unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Just so you know.
A lot of people don't like the idea?
No, a lot of people don't
think it's
many
feasible.
People would love that. I would love that.
Nobody else thinks that, right?
Very few people believe that it could be a fifth gate.
Right. So I'll take the nobody else thinks that idea. That'll be me.
Yeah, so Disney's got a few things up their sleeves, I'm sure.
Okay.
Things we don't know about. One of the big ones, I'm sure, has to do with the Star Wars, resort coming up. We know about the gondola. We know about the new rides at here in Epcot with Guardians of the Galaxy. We know about Ratatouille. We know about a lot of different things that are happening. Tron. So they're going to talk about all of those things.
Right.
But they have several big surprises in store. I have almost no doubt.
Right.
Do I think that it's a fifth gate? I would like it to be,
okay,
but I do not believe it is.
Okay.
It would be awesome. It would be. I'd love it, but I don't think so. Could it be something similar, though? Something to try and just bring attention back to Disney in terms of these big announcements? It could be. And there's been rumors for a while about an expansion. There could be expansions all over the place. I mean, we could see a Zootopia park as part of Animal Kingdom. Could that happen? Again, doubtful.
Okay.
But we're putting out ideas. So none of this is confirmed, but some ideas that would be cool. Of course, we would all love a fifth gate. It would be awesome, but I think we would have known more by now.
That's fair.
Universal's been digging up that land for a little while now, and a lot of people were wondering what's going there, and eventually, they made the big announcement. We found out. I feel like we would have seen them clear more land by now.
Okay.
If that was happening.
Maybe. It's a fair thought. So what is your primary hypothesis then right now? I know you touched on a couple of different ideas. What's your primary hypothesis for what you're thinking it might be?
I'm thinking it's an expansion of a park or a rebuild.
Okay.
So we know that Epcot's getting a major rebuild.
Right.
We already know about that part.
Right.
So that's going to be great. We're going to learn more about that. Can't wait for it. Could they be maybe working on a water park? That's, I think, a possibility.
Okay.
Their water parks are a little bit older. Love them. Absolutely love Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach. But an update definitely would not hurt. Not saying totally tear it down. Just like, let's update a couple things and expand it and make it a little bigger and all that. I can see that happening.
Right.
That kind of thing would be amazing. But in terms of primary thoughts, I think it's as big as we can expect.
Okay, that's a big one.
Land expansion or maybe a revamp of a part of a land or a water park. I think it's as big as we can expect.
Okay, sounds good. So maybe another part of a land or maybe a rebuild of a currently existing land. That's Mike's hypothesis. Mm-hmm. Sounds good. One of the things I'm really excited for, which we do know about, and you can touch on some of these for yourself as well, but one of the ones I'm most excited to hear more about is the Marvel Land.
In Disneyland.
In Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Marvel, I love superheroes and that sort of thing. So I'm really excited to hear more about what's going on with Marvel Land. And I mean, maybe that's a prediction too, is some sort of deal was worked out to get a Marvel Land over here too. I don't know. But
it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, that could be a guess.
They've got all sorts of Marvel themed items over at Universal. So how they would be able to work a deal out. If anybody can do it, it's Disney.
It's true. That's true. So I'm excited to hear a lot more about Marvel Land and Disneyland and hear what's going on with that. What are you most excited that we already know about? What are you most excited to hear more about that we know about? That we already know about Tron Light Cycle, Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster, or the space-themed restaurant, which is also coming to Epcot. So a lot of things to look forward to. It's true. You think about it and you look at the construction around here and you can see there's so much going on. Right? It's so true. I've been noticing it's like more and more all the time. It's like, wow, you think about it, we've got Tron, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy, plus we're still expecting, I know we'll see these and we won't hear too much at 23 about these things, but Gondola and you know, Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. There's so much going on, you know.
Because they'll be finished.
Right, those will be finished. But
well, actually, the gondola won't be open.
Right.
But a month away.
I imagine we should have enough information about it.
Oh yeah, they'll you know, get more, you know, say, oh, here's what you can look forward to, but we already know most of what's going on.
Right. But again, it's so interesting to think that there's so much going on right now, and we're going to be hearing about so much more going on, which we're not seeing as much of. It's almost like, you know, the gondolas or the Star Wars are in their later days of development, where like Guardians of the Galaxy and Tron are in earlier days of development and change, and it's like, okay, look, there's cool things to look forward to at sort of every stage of development here. You know what I mean? Yeah,
and you know, there's another factor that I brought up a couple of videos ago in terms of the 4-year cycle. You know, we heard about Pandora, 4 years to the next D23, then we hear about Star Wars. It's been 4 years again. Star Wars is done. What's the next big thing? And I really have this gut feeling, and I don't know if I'm the only one, probably not, but I feel like something big is coming.
Yeah.
Now, is it a 5th gate? Probably not. But I feel like something else, like an expansion of a land, like a Toy Story land.
Right.
Or some Zootopia, Indiana Jones, something that's going to be wow factor and big news, publicized all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, as you mentioned though, as I'm thinking about it, it's like, I guess it has been new lands or land expansions, you know, new additions to pre-existing parks for the last several years or last several D23s. So maybe that is on theme and on trend, you know what I mean, to stick with that sort of theme, right?
It could be. It's a lot to consider. Disney's super good at keeping secrets, and I think that's a good thing. I think it is, because I don't want to be spoiled in advance. I want them to surprise me.
Okay.
And I think it's a good way to do it.
That sounds good. So let's say we're sticking with the land hypothesis.
Okay.
And I know you touched on a couple of examples, right? Zootopia and that sort of thing. But if you had to list maybe a top 3 or a top 1 land expansion, right? Let's say it was a land expansion. What's most likely, do you think?
Most likely? I see Zootopia being most likely in terms of land expansion, or something totally unknown. I'd love Indiana Jones Land. Big Indiana Jones fan here. But do I think they will take away something like Dinoland USA for Indiana Jones Land? Unlikely.
Right.
Unlikely. They could revamp parts of Dinoland USA, but I don't think that's going away.
Right.
Zootopia would be nice, but they just rebuilt part of that conservation station, so that also doesn't seem very likely. There's a lot of things to consider.
Yeah.
There's so many kind of competing factors.
Yeah.
New paint jobs, new transportation systems. It's tough to know. It's tough to even try and guess, because Disney's so good at keeping these things a secret, and I like that. I do like it, but you know, of course, a 5th gate would be awesome, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, yeah. Unlikely, but I like the idea. So I'm gonna stick with that prediction.
Yeah.
Although it may be an unlikely prediction. And that's a very good point, right? There's so many potential possibilities for, you know, it could be a Zootopia, or it could be, who knows, a Moana, or any of these other, there's so many movies, there's so many possibilities, so many themes, so many characters. It really is. It's limitless in a sense. And I'm wondering if we will expect to hear anything about potential revamp of rides, right? There's a lot of rides we've been seeing with whether it's lower wait times, there's some changes going on, maybe some challenges in how the ride is actually operating, or things like that, where you're like, you know, I wonder if maybe this is a sign for a change being announced soon.
Could be. It could be. You know, you think about Figment. Right. That's the one that comes to mind for me.
Especially, sitting right here.
Yeah, we're sitting right in front of Figment.
Right.
And I would hope so. As long as they keep Figment, I think it'll be great.
Right.
Whatever they do, keep Figment, you're going to be in good shape.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, it's definitely an exciting thought, right? And it's true. There's so many possibilities. There's so many rides that come to mind for me where I'm thinking, well, you know, we might hear a revamp about this. You know, Figment, we might hear some sort of revamp. I'd say maybe Nemo is another one. We might hear some sort of revamp about that. I don't know for sure. But I could see that as a potential
building overhauls too, not in terms of the rides, but maybe the look of the building. That's another big factor.
That's a good point.
To match the incoming theme of the new future world.
Right. And we just saw for the first time today the new changed Living with the Land ride.
Right, the new B-roll footage.
Right. Which was awesome. So it's nice to see that the changes are constantly coming. And I'm wondering if some of these will be announced versus, like, let's say it's a B-roll for the land, or it's B-roll for Nemo or something like that. Maybe that's something that wouldn't be included or announced at D23. I guess it's something we just have to see.
That could, you know, kind of miss the details, and we kind of go experience that. But I think Disney's also going to try and give us as many little tidbits as possible.
Yeah.
They're very good at getting us very excited about things to come. I remember last D23, there was a laundry list. There was just like 20 different things I wanted to go over, 10 things I was the most excited about. So I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of fun details. Whatever it is, it's going to make me smile.
That's true. I'm looking forward to all of it. So let's say I wanted to get a quick list. Let's say D23 happened, I missed it, and I want to get a quick idea of all of the news and big openings and up-and-coming pieces of D23. Where would I go, or what would I do to find that information?
Disney Parks blog. They are very good at it. Last year, as they were announcing it, like moments after the announcement, they pushed a button and published everything about it. So you could learn everything and more if you missed something in an announcement. They would publish everything as soon as it was announced officially. So they're very good. And they also had a follow-up one where they told us everything that was announced. There was a whole big post, and so they're very good at that. That's kind of my go-to in terms of official Disney news, is Disney Parks blog.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, definitely, and it's good. Yeah. You know, you want to make sure everyone knows that that is an insight for you in case you missed some of that information. You can go back and double check that again. It's a good point.
You go to the older posts too. So last year you can follow up and be like, oh, excuse me, 2 years ago. You'd say, oh, here's what was announced last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. Very good point. You know, something else that just came to mind for me, which I'm hopeful on, and this again may not be something for D23, but just another new announcement for Disney, is some more Disney video games. Because you can never have enough Disney video games.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Maybe they'll say, okay, we're going to bottle all of the Disney Quest games into one console game. It's like the Disney Quest bundle.
That idea.
That may be dreaming over here.
A little bit.
Maybe dreaming.
A little bit.
Overly hope there, for sure. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for being a part of the fun with us. Looking forward to sharing many more fun, family-friendly adventures with you. If you are not already and you'd like to see more fun, family-friendly adventures, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can stay informed of all the fun stuff that we do and we share with you. Until next time,
have a magical day.
And game on. We'll see you real soon.